Welcome to the .NET PowerPoint Library tutorial. In this video, you will see how to encrypt and decrypt a PowerPoint presentation using the Syncfusion .NET Presentation Library. The Syncfusion .NET Presentation Library allows you to encrypt a PowerPoint presentation with a password to restrict unauthorized access. You can also protect a PowerPoint presentation with a valid password. In this video, I will show how to encrypt, decrypt, and restrict editing a PowerPoint presentation. First, I open an existing ASP.NET Core application, in which I have already installed the Syncfusion Presentation .NET Core NuGet package. Refer to the card in the link to create an ASP.NET Core application with the Syncfusion Presentation NuGet package. This is the PowerPoint presentation I am going to encrypt. I'm going to add a button in this application that encrypts the presentation when it is clicked. So I navigate to the index.cs HTML file and remove the existing code. Then I add a button with a click event. I have specified the action method and controller names in the click event. Next, I move to the home controller class to define the action method. First, I include the presentation namespace. Then add an action method named encrypt file. Next, I will read the PowerPoint presentation using the file stream instance. Next, I create a new instance for the presentation class and initialize it with a file stream object. I call the dispose method from the input stream instance to release all resources from the stream. Then I call the encrypt method of the presentation interface and encrypt the presentation with password. Next, create a memory stream and save the presentation to the stream. Close the presentation instance to release all the memory consumed by the presentation DOM. Finally, I return the stream with the content type and file name. I save and run the application. Clicking the Encrypt Presentation button generates the encrypted PowerPoint presentation. When I open the downloaded file, I am prompted to enter the password. I enter the password used in the code. Looking here, the presentation opens successfully. Next, I will show you how to decrypt the PowerPoint presentation. I will use this encrypted presentation to decrypt. I add new button with the click event. Then add the action method decrypt file. Using the file stream, I read the encrypted presentation file. I initialize the new presentation instance using the file stream object. Here, I use the overload with the password to decrypt the presentation. Then call the dispose method from the input stream instance to release all resources from the stream. I call the remove encryption method of the presentation interface and decrypt the presentation. I create a memory stream and save the presentation to the stream. I close the presentation instance to release all the memory consumed by the presentation DOM. I return the file using the memory stream. I save and run the application. See the output of this code. When the Decrypt Presentation button is clicked, the presentation opens without asking for a password. Next, I will show you how to protect a PowerPoint presentation with a password to restrict unauthorized editing and allow read-only access. I will use the same presentation which I had used for encrypting. I add a new button with a click event. Then add the action method, restrict editing. Using the file stream, I will read the presentation file. I initialize the new presentation instance using the file stream object. Then call the dispose method from the input stream instance to release all resources from the stream. I invoke the setWriteProtection method of the presentation interface and restrict unauthorized editing with a password. Next, create a memory stream and save the presentation to the stream. Then close the presentation instance to release all the memory consumed by the presentation DOM. I return the file using the memory stream. I save and run the application. Let me show you the output of this code. When the Restrict Editing button is clicked, I am prompted to enter the password when I open the downloaded file. If I enter the password given in the code, the presentation will open with edit options. Otherwise, you can access the presentation in the read-only mode. Next, I will show you how to make your PowerPoint presentation read-only by marking it as final. I add a new button with the click event. Then add the action method, mark as final. Using the file stream, I will read the presentation file. I initialize the new presentation instance using the file stream object. The presentation class has a Boolean property called final. I set that property to true and make the presentation read-only. I create a memory stream and save the presentation to the stream. Next, close the presentation instance to release all the memory consumed by the presentation DOM. I return the file using the memory stream. I save and run the application. When the Mark as Final button is clicked, see the downloaded presentation opens in the read-only mode. In this video, I showed you how to encrypt, decrypt, restrict edit, and mark as final a presentation file in the Syncfusion Presentation Library. You can download this working example from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also shared a link, learn about obtaining a free license key to use our presentation products if you are eligible for our community license. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.